Okay, so as the title of the episode may have told you, it took me I did there were a couple of failed recordings of me doing these levels, these 4 levels, and yeah, that's why I was a bit agitated throughout the whole video. And as I mentioned in the video, I could have waited till I was calmed down to do take 3, but you know, I wanted to get this done, wanted to get this out to you as fast as possible. And yeah, if it meant doing 3 takes at the same level to get the videos out to you, then yeah, it was definitely worth it, because y'all deserve better than that from me. I couldn't just skip it. No, I needed to do everything and get it shown to you, because yeah, you know, as a YouTuber, what my viewers get is what matters to me. I can only give you the best of the best. Anyway, enjoy the video. Roll the tape. Hey everyone, GoldPikmin here again with Castle Crashers episode 7. I have already tried recording this episode like twice, and each time something goes wrong. Which means that not only am I over leveled, but I'm also frickin' frustrated. I probably should have waited to calm down, but you know what? I just want to get this done. I want a good recording of these levels. Because you all deserve better than that from me. Anyway, these are skeletons. You probably remember them from Lava World. They're immune to poison and resist electricity, which, if you think about it, makes a lot of sense. But we're gonna get into an enemy later that does not make sense. That's something that doesn't make sense about the skeletons. The skeletons have skeletons. No, they're not humans in costumes. It's just because, you know, they didn't program his shock animation differently than any other enemy. They actually... Oh, I appear to have triggered a glitch. I'm gonna be right back, and look at that, I'm level 29. That proved I'm level 29 right now, and just doing this level over and over. Okay. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna play footage of one of my failed recordings of this part right here, cause apparently I somehow bugged it out. You ready? Go. Anyway. Yep. They just ditched me. Oh hey, it's Necromancer and Wizard again. 8 skeletons, 4 beefy. How that makes sense, I have no clue. Anyway, this part right here, specifically, is why I have Rammy now. Well, that and Rammy is kind of better than the bat anyway. As much as I like having the bat around, Rammy is definitely better objectively. And I couldn't get away with just using the bat anymore simply because I liked him. You know, Maybe it is just the levels, but this part is going way better than it ever did before on my first recording. And it doesn't have anything to do with experience, because this isn't a blind Let's Play anyway. Alright, just 3 beefies left. Yeah, and that's what was supposed to happen there. So, anyway, meet snakies. Despite what the name may imply, they're lizards. As I was saying earlier, they're the enemy that doesn't make sense. What I mean by that is, they resist electricity despite the fact that it's proven that they wear metal armor. And by this game's logic, metal armor is supposed to mean electric damage boost. I'm not sure how that science would work in real life, but by this game's logic, yeah. There's a bunch of secrets in this level that, I'll just have my editor show you at the end, because I'm not gonna waste more time just showing you this. Anyway, there are 3 more snakies in this tree, as I've joked about 2 times already. They probably live up there. It was much funnier the first couple of times. Anyway, oh yeah, the part with the 8 skeletons that bugged out. That specific part is why I have Rami now instead of the bat. Anyway, return of the troll mother, and this time she's a regular enemy technically. I am not gonna get comboed by the snakies to death. Anyway, what you want to do is, while simultaneously try and target her, but at the same time, try to keep the enemies on the down low, their numbers. It seems I was quite successful in that, actually. A lot more successful than the first couple of times. Anyway, because that troll mother was considered an enemy and not a boss, she didn't have the hive mind when she dies, the babies die thing. Anyway, those barrels have some food in them. This group of snakies tries to attack me as I leave, and this peasant, yes, that's what he's called, comes and helps me out. As a knight, it's my job to protect him, even though he's probably more capable at fighting these guys than I am. Where do you think you're going? Apparently everywhere. There's a snail there. I'm not gonna pick him up, but... Oh great, because that peasant despawned, he's not gonna be able to help me. Well, it doesn't matter, I still have 2 teammates and a beefy teammate. So now I can be the one who makes you suffer. Again, that's a joke I've had to make like twice over now. And again, it was a lot funnier the first couple of times. Anyway, now that all of them have been hit, they're gonna stop trying to slowly shimmy away from me and leave me behind. I don't need to protect these dudes, they can handle themselves. Do you guys actually live in straw tents? Or is that not straw, but sticks? For some reason, that civilian has armor on, when you can clearly see from the beefy that that is not the, what he's supposed to have. I think that's supposed to symbolize that he's the chief of the village or something, or, you know, whatever. Anyway, meet the corn boss. Not really claimed to be the hardest boss ever, but there are some things about him that people do not know. For one, as you damage him, his strength increases. And the other thing is you can use your shield against that attack that he has. I'm trying to get him to hit them, because if he hits them, they'll join the battle and help me out. I got the civilian. Okay, now they're both in. And because I've leveled up so much from having to do these levels over and over, this boss is a joke now. I'm gonna be quiet a bit and let this music be amplified again, because it's the same music from the catfish and I really like it. Okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, as he gets lower on health, he's gonna duck and appear faster. And it's gonna start getting to a point, I'll mention what it is actually that I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, his range increases as his health goes down, so that's why the main strategy is to magic projectile. And if you don't have the magic projectile by this point in the game, there's something wrong with how you're playing it. I'm just saying. Corn boss is easily the boss I could kill. You know, in video games there's always that one boss that you could kill super easily, despite the fact that he's not supposed to be easy. And it was more of like a personal thing, like you'd be super good at it, but you know, someone else isn't. You know, that kind of boss. This guy is definitely that person for me. That boss. Yes, and at this point you want to keep moving, because he'll always try to appear from under you. Buddy, don't do this. That horn is actually what you get by beating this level, and it's necessary to do the next. Alright, this is the point where you just gotta go ham. Yes, and don't forget the most important rule of Castle Crashers: always have potions. Dang. How long is he gonna hold on to that stupid sliver? Anyway, what I assume is Chief Civilian here. He's gonna go get the horn from the barn. Yes, 48 kills, 700 experience. Stop reminding me. I'm I'm gonna be... Anyway, the reason why you do those 2 levels is again for the horn, which is the only way to open this door. You actually don't need to be right up to it to open it, but, you know, it's just the thing that works best for me. And these stupid fish enemies, I am so sick of them by now. The recommended strategy is to actually use the bow, but at this point, I've seen it drag on so much that it's not worth it for me. The trick is for me, it's the trick is to just not focus on them for too long. After hitting them a little bit, try and back away. Actually, the magic projectile also works as good as the bow strategy, and it does like over 4 times the damage for my character, so... I'm willing to bet these guys are, actually I think that is supposed to be their weakness. They're supposed to be weak to, magic and not physical stuff. Please do not take that out of context. This is supposed to be a kid-friendly channel. Well, you know what? I'm surprised he did not die from those bullets. I saw how many of them hit him. There's an animal orb that makes it... there's an animal orb under that X. It's a chicken. I'll show you him later. If you don't... I'm standing on it. Level 30. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to reach this level in the final level, had I not failed 2 takes. Alright, buddy, you're gonna have to stop doing that. I'm switching to the bow, so that way if I miss like that again... anyway, in here is a gem, and in here is a chicken leg. That's always an apple. Since I've reached 30, which is a multiple of 10, that means my strength has also increased. Get away from me. There, you see what happened? Nope. I believe that is the spear. Yeah, that's the spear, because the candlestick was the one in the marsh by the huts. I've gotten so good at killing these dudes because I've had to play this level over and over. I'm not even gonna make the broken mirror joke, because again, it was funnier the first 2 times. Basically, nutshell, I know what the broken mirror is supposed to symbolize because I've already beaten the game and stuff. as much as it agitates me that I've had to do 3 takes, it's mainly for you guys, because you deserve better than whatever happened with those 2. Anyway, you may notice that I have the weapon that the snakies often use. Well, one of the 3, apparently. The guy I'm beating up right now, I have the same weapon as him. You're gonna see why I have it, because technically I'm not supposed to have it. I don't know why I did that combo of all things, but... Alright. Say hello to Medusa. And that's why I was making all those broken mirror jokes in the previous recordings. Because if you're not familiar with Dusa, 1, you've been living under a rock, and 2, her weakness is being forced to look at herself, because she'll turn herself into stone. You have to look away from her when she does that. Anyway, when she gets about, I assume that's like 75%, health, she starts spitting out little snakes, which I can only assume is the larval form of her species. You know, larval form, like some, like, you know, like insects and stuff. Of course, it's not a literal larva, which is what You know what, I'm gonna just stop here. No, I'm not. What I mean is, basically, it's basically the baby form of her species, and larval form indicates that they change a lot, which they clearly do. Also, for some reason, she has a boot. I have yet to figure out why. Typically, people have feet when they wear those. Anyway, as she gets lower on health, she starts spitting out more of the snakes. Did that pass by her entire body and hit her tail? Nope. If you manage to hit the snakes back at her, I believe it does some damage, but at this point it's not really worth trying. Oh, I almost walked into it. Yeah. I'm doing enough damage to the point where the hitting the snake's back thing is, or maybe it was the 33 I saw. Oh snap. Don't look. Well, the good news about doing takes over and over is now that I'm leveled up, I can kill them. I can kill bosses and enemies faster. Which means less stuff to edit. At this point, I just punted that snake. Because when you go fast enough, you can punt enemies. Anyway, this is where this sword comes from. Anyway, next episode, full moon and the levels that follow it, which if any of you are familiar with Castle Crashers, you'll know that that means I'm about to cross the unholy threshold. That is the worst. Last thing I want to show, while messing around off screen, I accidentally found that yellow cat. And the way you do that is, you can probably see him. You can probably see him in the vent up there. You have to air combo the door. Hold on. Okay. I was about to say JP speeded up with the chicken music, but I finally got it. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this episode off here. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Bye, everyone.